What's going on, everyone? Hope everyone is doing well. I'm just jumping in about 5 minutes early here. Just wanted to warm up a little bit, I guess. It's a cold evening. It's actually not too bad, but yeah, just thought I'd jump in a few minutes early. Got DANIELEAST1000 and SITHLORD229 coming on very, very shortly. I've just sent the invite link, so as soon as they're ready, I'll bring them in, and yeah, we'll kick this thing off. So yeah, I'm pumped. Hope everyone is doing fantastically. Hope everyone's had a great week. I've been looking forward to this one. Yeah, really pumped for this one. Actually, it's been a good week. It's been a good week. So yeah, the boys are catching up together, being both from the motherland, as it were, and yeah, okay, they're here. Well, let's bring them in. I'm already live, so I can sort of see them there. Are we ready? Are we ready to roll? Let me just, I'm going to hit the little video before I bring them in. Woo! What's going on, gang? All right. Looks like they're ready to go, so let's bring them in. Gentlemen.
Hi. Hello there.
Hello there, General Kenobi. How are we?
Good. How's the audio on your end? Because we're having some technical difficulties.
Because I'm here. That's why.
It sounds fine here. Sounds fine here.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
How's the devil
going on? I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Good.
Surviving, thriving, living it, loving it.
Ready for some toy hunting, I suppose, you two.
Absolutely. It's been a while, hasn't it?
It's been a while. I'm thirsty. I'm a thirsty boy for them figures.
When was the last time you guys caught up?
2 years ago, I think.
Oh wow.
In person, anyway. I mean, we speak pretty much every day, don't we? Like Facebook, but like yeah, in person. It's been, I think, Triple Force Friday, wasn't it? 2019. Yeah.
Roughly that.
Obviously, all the because of the COVID.
Because of the COVID, because of all the stuff in life.
It's been a bit of a nightmare, but we're back. We're ready to hit the road again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, awesome. Oh, thanks for coming and hanging out for a little while, guys. It's awesome. I'm glad.
No worries. Thanks for having me.
I think this is actually the first time I'm speaking with you, Dan, because
it's been ages.
Like, I don't know. Have we spoken like this at all ever?
I'll drop you a couple of messages on YouTube videos. I bob in every so often when I'm on YouTube. But yeah, it's been a crazy however long it's been, because it's been a long time.
Yeah. I'm pumped. So yeah, there's lots of people going to be watching. So I hope it's 6 now.
You will do nothing right, if not.
So 6 people watching plus us 3. That equals 9.
That's all good.
Nearly at double figures.
That's fine. It's early for a lot of people.
It is, yeah. I got a couple of messages from Jock in Canada. It was 3 a.m, so he wasn't going to be able to make it. But, he said he'd try. He said he'd try comment along. So we'll see. I know he would have been very keen. But yeah, 3 a.m. I didn't even know there was a 3 a.m. until he mentioned it.
That is a bit of a stretch. I'm not going to lie.
That's a hard one.
Yeah,
hey to everyone in the chat. Hope you're all doing good. Hope everyone's having a great night. So what are we thinking of it? Let's just get off the mark with the Kenobi teaser. What do we think? It wasn't what it was.
I mean, first and foremost, I would like to formally say a big F and U the person for leaking it, if I'm okay to say that. That's the only F-bomb I'll drop. Because I would have liked more Star Wars reveals, to be honest. But I'll take whatever I'm given. Thank you, the marketing gods at Lucasfilm, for bestowing me a little nibble on some Star Wars. That was very nice of you. But I would have liked more.
Yeah, they've always been good at giving just the tip. They ram the rest down your throat a little bit later.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't want to take it all, because that's just, you can't have too much.
You choke on it.
You choke on it.
You don't want that.
You've got to ease yourself into these things, all right? So, you know, when you get something good like that, your concept art-wise, I love it when I see some new concept art. It's got me juices flowing. That's enough for me, so that's okay.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of rumors about there being a teaser trailer sort of thing happening, but they may have pulled that late in the game, possibly.
Said that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Save it for another time. Who knows?
Yeah. Like I think there was a lot of build up. There was a lot of foreplay, wasn't there? And I said to Dan earlier, I said I thought maybe I was a little bit, I'll not say underwhelmed, but deflated because the concept art got leaked prior. So maybe that sort of, when I watched the sizzle, I was like, well, okay, this is fine. It's nice to hear from you and again, but I've already seen all the visual stuff from it. So I think a little bit more, like just a little bit of footage of him in costume or something, just being
just a slight little glimpse.
Yeah, just a nibble, just a
taste,
just a suckle. But it is what it is. I'm excited for it. It's not that long. 2022 is only like a couple of months away, and this year's flown.
So, we'll be watching it in no time at all. Absolutely.
I'm fine.
We're getting plenty of content though. This is a great time to be a Star Wars fan. I just wish some retailers and manufacturers actually would listen to that, because I'm thirsty for some figgies. But that we'll probably get into that in a bit. But it's a good time. It's a good time. We're getting some great stuff. I mean, off the back of Bad Batch, obviously Mandalorian season 2, Star Wars Visions was chef's kiss for the most part. I'm hyped to see what they're going to give. What they're going to bring to us and bring to the table.
Absolutely. I don't think we're going to go very hungry next year at all. Specifically, if it's, as well, they're talking about filming a new movie next year as well. So still no idea what that is, but apparently they're going to roll cameras next year for it. And
is that the one that they've started to talk about, that's not the Rian Johnson trilogy, that's not any of the other ones that we know about, and that possibly might be Old Republic based on the rumors? Is that the
Yeah, they're talking about possibly Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah, because I know the Rogue Squadron's apparently been delayed, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like Dan says, there's always new content. We've got Book of Boba next month. Big up to Red 5 Designs.
I have that same. That's an amazing poster, isn't it? So good.
So good. So yeah, I'm stoked for that. So yeah.
So obviously, like, toys are our thing. So like, action figures are our thing. Like, let's break down some of the latest reveals. I can't think of any of them off the top of my head, because there's just
there's so many.
There's more coming than I think has been released in the last 12 months.
Yeah,
and there's constantly just draining my bank account before I even see anything.
Yes, that's the problem. And it's also the wait for the things as well, which is fine. It's okay. But I just need my reveals to know where I'm at financially, because it's a mess at the minute.
Yeah. What are the most exciting things for you guys? Black Series Vintage Collection?
Well, I think Black Series is a given, isn't it? Look, we've just been having a little bit of a chat beforehand, haven't we? And we've been venting and ranting and all that sort of stuff. And don't get me wrong, Vintage Collection, 3 3/4 inch, bread and butter, especially my collection, it's what started me off on this journey. But I don't know, there's just something about it that's just, it's not hitting that spot for me anymore. Black Series has a tendency to do that with certain things. Like, there are the odd figure that comes out where I'm like, yeah, I can afford to skip over that. I don't need to pick this up. I've done that. haven't picked up a Black Series figure since the Night Brother and the Imperial Crosshair, and prior to that, the last ones I picked up was the Clone Wars wave. So there's not that much in terms of Hasbro product that is really grabbing me at the minute. But in terms of vintage collection, I'm just not finding myself getting excited for the stuff. It's like when Ahsoka and the Death Watch Trooper got revealed from vintage.
You messaged me about that. Now on my break, I'm like,
from vintage collection though. From vintage collection, I was like, oh yeah, I've got to have these. And then before they were even made available for pre-order over here, we got the reveal of the Black Series ones. So I was like, okay, I don't need the vintage ones. Then I'll just get the Black Series ones because they look 10 times better. So it is slowly starting to do this thing to me where I'm phasing myself out of 3 3/4 inch.
When I saw them vintage ones, I was like, I might actually get those. And then when they did the Black Series, it does that thing. It's like, I'll just spend a bit more for Black Series.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I'm just always coaxed in by Black Series.
And the thing for me as well, when I started out as a Black Series collector, when I first started on the line, I was picking, if they released the same character in Black Series and vintage collection, I'd pick them both up. Now I'm finding myself going for one or the other.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
They're playing some strange games over at Hasbro, but
yeah, me personally, I feel like I'm being priced out of vintage collection at the moment because the way they're priced down here at the moment is they are creeping up to $30 for a standard 3 3/4 inch figure, which, 10 years ago when vintage collection came out, they were $15. So they've doubled in price in 10 years. I don't feel the quality still is there as much as it was.
Agreed. Yeah.
Like
I don't know if you guys have seen the battle droid, the Battlefront battle droid, the Gaming Greats 3 3/4. What a stinker! What an absolute stink of a figure! Like, it looks good, but it's just going to fall over. It's just going to melt in a hot day.
To be fair, I don't think the Black Series wants that much copy either. To be honest.
Yeah, at least it's made out of a sturdier plastic. At least it can stand up, kind of. I just had one of my Geonosis battle droids fall off the top shelf today, and I found it on the floor in 2 bits. It had broken at the waist because right above the hips there's this tiny little bit. So I've just filled it with super glue, and I'm just going to sit on the shelf, let it dry, and just hope for the best that it's not going to be, because spend $45, $40 to $45 on a Black Series figure now as well. Like, it's getting hard. It's getting hard to pay for this stuff because my pay's not going up either.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. To me, I think it's getting to the point where I would contemplate going down the Hot Toys route. I've not really spoken about this much, but not too recently. Feels like recently. I got the Hot Toys Solo Darth Maul. Oh.
He's having an episode.
It makes me sad because I've had to rebox it up because I'm moving again. But, oh boy, that figure's just shattered kicks. Like, Hot Toys just smash it out of the park, and I just think, maybe I should just go down that route. Less maybe is more. But then I do like more.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't know. I'm at the point now where I'm like, I'd rather have all the smaller figures I have than have like 10 Hot Toys. But at the same time, I'm like, I'd like to buy more Hot Toys because what they're putting out is bloody incredible.
I'm at the point now, and we were speaking about this beforehand, like my 3 3/4 inch collection, as it stands now, I think I'm pretty much there with it, to be honest. I mean, other than the Power of the Force stuff, which I'm loving going back and collecting, I really think, like, in terms of modern releases, they're going to have to really do something to pull me back in with 3 3/4 inch, because I just find myself looking at my 3 3/4 inch collection and thinking there's really not much more I can add to this that isn't already there, and that would blow my mind in terms of, like, I mean, there's a ton of stuff I could think of that I'd love to add, but Hasbro refused to make it, so you can't buy something that's not there. So that's what I'm finding myself doing. I'm just like, you know what, phase out of 3 3/4 inch, jump into 6 inch, because that's where the priority on Hasbro's part clearly lies, I think.
It's looking like,
and we've fallen for it, but when the quality's there, what you're not, and you want to collect, you're not just gonna just jump off. But with that being said, and like you guys have just said, I'm at that point where my 3 3/4 inch collection is pretty much done. So I could now jump over onto higher end stuff and add more. But then the issue I've got is, where the bloody hell am I going to put it?
Yeah.
Because it's a bit tight in here, isn't it?
I mean, it's all right.
It's a problem we all face. The rooms just keep filling up. Comment here from Mike over in Canada. He's saying Sith Lord looking like Starfleet captain. The yellow.
I can't do it. Hey, at least I'm not. I've got a red one as well. I could have had that one. So
it wouldn't last long.
Safe for now. We're safe for now.
Isn't there a thing about red shirts and passing away?
Exactly.
Something like
this is what I'm saying. And we're heading out on the road in a bit, so I thought, I'm not wearing my red shirt today.
Yeah, I'd like.
My man Lockie, he's hanging out, he's watching. He said my IG-11 TVC can barely stand up. Yep, mine too. It's another potentially awesome figure. Just execution and the use of the plastic is just boo.
Yeah.
But at least it's like accurate, unlike the Black Series one. Like I don't know, they do one thing right, but stuff it up, and then they do one thing, then they take a shortcut, and they just I don't know. It's 5 of one, like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. They just
man,
they get it like, where they get it right, and where they don't, they just go completely downhill.
This is what I don't understand at the minute. There's some seriously strange stuff going on at Hasbro because, like you just said, when they get it right, they get it really right. And like I said, that Ahsoka and Deathwatch Mando from Black Series are just as soon as they are up for pre-order, my fingers won't be able to work fast enough to get them pre-ordered. But then on the flip side of that, you've got the ARC Trooper from the Tartakovsky wave.
Yeah.
I see so many people are like, why are you complaining about it? It looks fine. It's like, yeah, it does look fine. It looks all right, but it's not right.
It looks like a great repaint of an ARC Trooper Echo, but it's not.
I hate that figure so much.
It looks all right if you've never seen an ARC Trooper before.
That's it.
It's coming from the same people that brought you Khan or Jax. Wrong.
But how do they manage that? I can't.
And let's remember too, the same people that brought out a Luke Skywalker and spelt his name wrong twice on the box. 2 different ways.
Wow. Why are we still doing this?
I feel like they might be doing it intentionally though at the same time, so at a later date they can re-release something and do it like a re-release with the name swap thing, with like Zucker's and Fall On. Maybe they're doing it like that. Could be that. Maybe. I doubt it, but Hasbro works in mysterious ways that we will never understand. And they just need to work on things a bit more, especially the live streams because they're trash.
Spilling the tea, Daniel. Spilling the tea.
I'm sorry, boys. It's not watching paint dry.
I think your what's that word? Your influencerness might stop at fan home at this rate.
hey, me and fan home, we're like that. We're like that, buddy.
I'll be honest. I've been hanging all week and really hoping I can get a DANIELEAST1000 rant on my live stream. So we're just we're warming up. We're
stoking the flames, brother. Stoking the flames.
Love a good figure rant. I'm just sort of flicking through some comments here in the chat. So,
what's up, my nerds?
What's up, my nerd dizzle?
Nerds.
Nice man for an autograph.
Oh, guys, I think some of the Black Series sculpts are terrible. The vintage collection is far superior now. I don't know how many people would agree with that. I don't. Well, again, it comes down to when they get it right, they get it right. When they don't, they don't. Like,
I think the problem with Black Series is laziness.
Yeah.
They look at a thing and think, what can we reuse? And they go down the easy option of reusing it. and it doesn't work as per the Art Trooper, as with a couple of the other figures. Sometimes it works, it just works, but there's other cases where it completely doesn't. IG-11 definitely was one of those figures where it's like, we've had a show, you could have put some absolutely banging features in with that figure. Why didn't he have a chest box that opens up with the little grenade in? Why can't we have that?
Why didn't we just get a sturdier sculpt? Because that IG-88 figure is not great by today's standards, is it?
And it's tiny too. Like I was talking about that on my last live stream. That like it was one of my videos during the week. It's my Power of the Force IG-88. I'm talking about like the scale of IG-88 is he's so much bigger than all the other bounty hunters in Empire Strikes Back because he's actually standing back down the steps. So he's meant to be a lot taller. I think the vintage one's actually reasonably accurate because he's like a head taller than the rest, but. He's only just that tiny little bit bigger.
That's where it's so difficult to sort of differentiate the two, because like with Black Series, in some instances the figures are vastly superior, but they do rely heavily on reuse and retool and repaint, whereas with Vintage Collection you are getting more newer sculpts. But like you said, Jesse, the quality is dipping a little bit, and I've noticed that, especially in terms of like the plastic. The figures are like a lot thinner and a lot more malleable than they were 10 years ago. Whether or not that's because they're made to better proportions, and it does create that issue or not, but I don't really know. But the quality of the overall figure in 3 3/4 inch is now worse than it was 10 years ago. But the new sculpts are getting churned out way faster.
For sure. I think because I remember with Vintage Collection back in 2012, 2013, wasn't it? Roughly that. The quality was nice, but then I think the last wave of Vintage Collection back then, there was a bit of a quality issue there, wasn't there? And then it seemed to have continued on from that. In some cases, getting worse. But
there were always some issues. Like we all remember, we lived through the like the yellowing helmets of the 212th clone and the Stormtrooper that came out in like the 5th wave of Vintage Collection. Like they all had those really soft rubbery helmets that yellowed really badly. So, but I don't know that that's as bad as what is being put out now in terms of, like I've mentioned, the Battle Droid IG-11. They're just, but they're not. The best Armando from the build-up pack is like one of the best 3 3/4 inch figures I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, 100% agree. That's easily one of my favorite 3 3/4 inch figures. Full stop. It's amazing. It's really good. But I think going back to that point, I would take a yellowed 212 helmet on a clone trooper over the absolute. There's no polite word for it. To describe the stormtroopers from those troop builder packs.
Oh, they're shocking, aren't they? Wow. Yeah, I was trying to think of who was posting. Someone was posting about that on Instagram. They put some really good photos.
It was
really bad figures.
At SWTVC. A little bit of a shout out there.
Yeah. Yep.
And Yakface, I think, reported on it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I was shocked because I've not been keeping update, but Jesus.
Really bad.
They look like cheap dollar store paint jobs.
Yeah, they look like bootlegs. They really do.
Yeah.
And we said, didn't we, before we came onto this, we said it's almost as though they're trying to kill off 3 3/4 inch by turning people off of it. Like saying, oh yeah, look at all this stuff you're getting really excited about, but look how crap it actually is in person. And we said, like, if they really want to phase out the 3 3/4 inch, because the priority quite clearly is on 6 inch, whether we like that or not, why not just stop making it instead of making things that cost money for them people to turn around and not buy because it looks bad? I just don't get it. So,
it's bizarre, isn't it? It's really bizarre.
I think the best way to go about it now, and like a lot of people, I've had questions like this before in years gone by where people have said, oh, I'm thinking of starting up a Star Wars collection. What do you recommend I pick up, Black Series or Vintage Collection? The best answer is just pick up what you think looks good. Just buy what you want to buy. Cherry pick up what you
100%.
Want. And that's the way I'm going with it now, especially. I'm just picking up the stuff that I think looks cool.
Dib in, get what you want.
Yeah.
If you have like a favourite character, just go for that. Go for it.
Yeah, start a focus and then build from that. Like say I might stick with the original trilogy sort of stuff, and a lot of people do that. They stick with only the OT, and then there's others that stick with only the prequels, and then it's kind of just build from there, and before you know it,
there's no right or wrong way to collect. At the end of the day, even if you think that some of the current stuff is absolutely top notch, if you like it, go out and buy it, grab it, add it to your shelves.
For sure. I think that's what for us today's about, isn't it?
Art is subject.
Yeah, I think that's probably what today's about for us too, because we're going off.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I ain't got a clue what I'm looking for. I'm just in it for the ride. We're going to see what we can find. And you know what? I might see some older bits that I'm fancying. I might go for that. Just like you don't have to buy what's current. If you think older stuff is cool, go for the older stuff. Power of the Force. Like, I love it. Collect what you want. Do you, babes? Do you?
100%. Yeah, Matt Martin's saying here, it's like if you don't mind a figure that doesn't have the goggles he wears the whole show.
Here we go. You wanted that rant.
Let at it, Dan. Let at it. Let's go.
So let's start off. First things first on the mandate. I pre-ordered that full wave because I don't usually pre-order full waves. Okay, I don't usually do that. But I thought, I'll pre-order the full wave. So I did that. Brexit hit. Thanks, idiots. Also,
we're for a long journey now because we've gone full screen.
Well, it wasn't a bloody long journey for that big old tank getting stuck in it. Now things happen. That's fine. I can wait. First world problems, not an issue. I can wait. So I'm patiently waiting. Hasbro turns around. Oh yeah. So basically, Cosca Reeves is going to be the one figure that's going to be delayed. So now my order's held up. I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's not retailer's fault. Bit on Hasbro. I don't know whose fault it is. It doesn't matter. First world problems. I can wait. So the problem is, I go into a toy shop. I'm like, figure time. Shouldn't really be buying figures because I've got stuff on pre-order. I see tech on the page. I'm like, I've got some of the Bad Batch members I'm waiting on. Wrecker, who I'm still waiting on. I'll pick up tech, even though I've got him on pre-order still. And I look at it, I'm like, I'll buy another one because then when I get the other one, I can upgrade it and I can have tech with the goggles because I think I've asked. Sorry if I'm going a bit too fast for everyone, but I bought some 3D printed goggles for tech. Well, I haven't. I've asked them for Christmas. My dad's a little bit like, why do you want this? I'm like, because they haven't done it for the figure and it's important. It shouldn't be important, but it's important to me because he wears goggles and they didn't put goggles on him. So he's like, okay, I'm spending £10 on some goggles. What's this about? Okay, that's fine. If that's what you really want for Christmas, you'll get that for Christmas. It comes to the data pad as well, so that's fine. 3D print, I'll paint it, can sort that. I'll get the tech and I'll paint the tech because Hasbro couldn't even paint the tech either. Now, the tech figure that I've currently got that isn't going to go through painting, that's lovely-ish. But when I take the helmet off, I'm like, he always wears his goggles. And why couldn't he do that for me? And why didn't he come with a data pad as well?
I spent like a good couple of hours customizing, chopping up Bespin Leia's goggles, like the welding goggles she comes with.
I was just about to say that.
Slicing drilling tiny little holes, getting black, yellow plastic from a spare Luke helmet, gluing them on so it looked right, just so I could have some damn goggles for tech.
I think I'm gonna have to just rip this one open and stick the goggles on.
This is what's annoying for me, right? Okay, we've now got the technology to 3D print, as you know, Jesse. Oh boy. I mean, you're tempting me with a 3D printer right now, always. When I see your pictures, I need one.
Do it.
I need one. But the problem is I'm going to be swamped in, because I do miniature painting as well, if anyone doesn't know. And, I'd be swarmed in plastic that I need to paint. But it's also like, why can't Hasbro see that people are making stuff that people want? Like, people can now 3D print it. There's people 3D printing action figures. Just think about that.
That's a good shout, actually. And one thing to mention on that front, in terms of like I know, Jesse, you've been doing some absolutely incredible stuff with your 3D printer. That Emperor's Throne Room is magnifique.
I'm so stoked with it.
Looks so good. But yeah, like you said, people are actually 3D printing entire articulated action figures now. And a big shout out to Eggman Studios over on Instagram, who I think earlier this week posted, I don't know whether he's printed him himself, but he's got some, and he'll mint some 3D printed 6-inch super battle droids. Hasbro, come on.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing super battle droids, death troopers, even the security training droids. My boy Thrawn needs some security training droids to like smash them out. I'm so tempted to just buy a 3D printer and start building action figures, and they might be a bit enough in terms of my painting skill, but at least I've got one, because Hasbro will take ages to do one.
Absolutely.
It's infuriating because people are now making bits and bobs for the figures. Like today, my boy, because obviously they're releasing Ahsoka from season 2 of Mandalorian in Black Series, they haven't given her a cape. So we're now having to go out and buy figures or have on loan some capes and stuff, because I need Ahsoka with a like cloak. So that's the thing I need. And we have to go out and do these things and improve the figures that.
We're doing that. We're doing some of the work.
I'm doing the legwork.
Are you all right?
I know.
You're okay.
I just don't want to. I paint things, right, and I enjoy doing that. But when I want to buy a figure, it's done for me. That's the reason I buy it. I don't want to paint it. I don't want to stick cobbles on it because it'll look naff.
I want to look at, put it on the shelf and pose it.
I'm not sucking fingers. I can't barely hold it.
I do want to give a shout out to Chad Peak Obi-Wan Customs. Him and Customs for the Kid, aka Darth Daddy, they've been doing Clone Wars figures since the Clone Wars line ended back in 2013. And what Chad has been doing, check it out, Peak Obi-Wan Customs. Shouldn't be too hard to find on Instagram. But he just printed out. He's doing resin prints, which are super duper accurate. They just turn out so much better than the PLA filament that I'm doing, which is why I'm not doing figure stuff yet, because I'll need to get a resin printer. But he just did a head sculpt that he molded himself in a 3D program of Terra Sinube from the Clone Wars, and it is just beautiful, absolutely stunning. Just to go through his page, what he's been putting out, in like 3 3/4 scale.
He's been doing some quality stuff for years now. Like, I remember Chad's work from the days when I used to be over on the Imperial shipyards. Like the stuff he used to churn out was unreal.
It's incredible, absolutely incredible. But
here's a question: will the HasLab Rancor get there?
What were you saying?
Yes, because why would they? Why? Right, right. Why would they put so much, development, pre-production stuff into making something for it then not to be released at some point? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources, and it makes no sense. Now, I do want a Rancor. I do be wanting a Rancor. But when I saw the price for it, I thought, no, because you've not coached me in enough, Hasbro. Okay, doing a live stream last week and then just announcing the Gamorrean Guard. Well, I've got 2 now because I'm an idiot and I bought another one because I saw it for 20 quid. But slapping it on a card, that's not enough for me. You should have included something else that's going to be making you like, come on, Dan, get it. And a jabber on a throne should have come with that as well.
I think Malakili should have been first thing out the rank. They should have said, first stretch goal, Malakili. It's happening. It's a new figure. It's awesome. You need your Rancor keeper. But don't call yourself an idiot for buying 2 Gamorrean guards, because that makes me an idiot for buying 2 Gamorrean guards.
Oh, no.
And most Star Wars collectors are all idiots for buying more than 1 Gamorrean guard.
I saw another and I'm like, I need a third. I was like, no.
Well, it comes with 3 weapons, so you've
that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm like, stop it, Dan.
This is the thing that I'm really like going off topic a little bit, but this is one of the things I'm really hoping they do with the Figure Dan figure from the Cantina band. I really, really hope, and I know they won't, because why would they? But I really hope that when that comes out in Black Series, they include all the other instruments, so that you can just buy the same figure over and over and display them with all the different instruments. It makes sense, but we know they won't. They'll include him with one instrument, and then you'll be waiting for about another 6 years for the rest of the band to come out, and they'll do it in an exclusive 3-pack or something, and it'll be just impossible to get, and it just this is where we're at.
This is where we're at. Yeah, that Rancor, it's happening. Like with all the other projects, why develop something and not release it?
I remember the sail barge, like that was the first HasLab they did, and that sat quite low until the days before it ended, and it just went up and up and up and up and just kept going those last few days. So yeah, I still haven't bitten the bullet yet myself. It's $800 down here, which is just, you know, $500 toy plus $300 to ship it down here, but I would love it. But at the same time, I feel like it was poorly timed. Like, we haven't even got the Razor Crest yet. And I know there's, like what Michael's saying here in the thing, is that, you know, Black Series and Vintage are two separate teams within Hasbro, and I dare say that's absolutely correct. I'm sure there'd be a lot of discussions between the two for, you know, brand unity and stuff like that, which doesn't always work anyway. But the fact that Patrick from Hasbro slipped up and with the Rancor back like a month or two ago, like, I think that really sort of forced their hand to really get this thing moving. And for people to drop that sort of money like a month or two before Christmas, it's not ideal.
For something that they're not even going to get for Christmas as well. It's
till the end of 2023.
Yeah.
What? Is that when it's coming out? The end of 20. Oh my God.
2 years. 2 years. December 2023.
Why?
And that's the thing I don't understand, because I can appreciate when a hot toy takes that long, but a Star Wars Black Series figure of that scale, what's going on here? Like, it should. There's just so much about it. I just think it should have included sounds. It should have included just some accessories. Just more than what you're paying for, really. And I think it puts people off. But it's going to get released regardless. It'll probably be limited to the people who've backed it. It'll be curious to see what happens. I don't want it to fail, but I do want it to fail at the same time, because I want to see what happens. I want to see what's going to happen, Hasbro. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's the point in doing all this work for it if you're not going to release it? I dare you to release it. I dare you. I dare you. You're going to release it, aren't you? Because you're going to release it. Because you're not going to put all that effort in and not release it. Patrick! Patrick's a dump. I'm sorry. It really does. It really does. It's got about as much passion or drive as like a snail. I've seen snails move faster. I have. They do snail wrestling. Not snail wrestling. Snail racing. That's the one. We put little numbers on it. They have the snail race. I'd love to do that one day. Side note. Have a snail race against Patrick. The snail would get the Rancor done quicker than him. He'd get it back quicker. He'd have more personality. Me and my snail versus Patrick. I'd win him. I'd get that thing to like, how many backs in? 9,000. Easy. Like that. DANIELEAST1000 on the case. 4,000 left to go in 23 days. Let's see if it happens, boys. It's going to happen. It'll magically appear. Bunch of sock accounts. Patrick with his little sock puppets pressing at the button. Oh, we're pleased to announce that we've backed the Rancor, and it's being released in November 2020. Plus 22 was 23 now, maybe 24. Just like the Razor Crest, we're still working on the replays, and it will be released at some point somewhere down the line. Beast Quest's out though, finally. Enjoy.
I just want to say, next time we're going to play a game. We're going to play a game next time. Ooh. If we have a drinking game where everyone has a shot every time Dan gets a little bit ranty, I reckon we're going to have a bunch of hammered people watching. The comments are going to be fantastic.
May I partake in the drinky poos as well? Because that would make you more.
It'd be rude not to.
Good touch fedora, you sir. Thank you.
We'll just do a round table. We'll get you on. We'll get Jesse. We'll get beer, toys, and banter going. It'll all good stuff. All good stuff. Good God. And we can produce another drink from my tears because I'm absolutely gone. You're all right, You're all
right.
Yeah, you.
I'm all right.
You're all right. You sure?
It's just toys at the end of the day. I'm just very passionate about
it is, but
yeah,
we're passionate about toys. That's why we're here.
Oh, big up, Matt. Twin Sons Collecting.
Yeah, boy.
Big up. What the hell was that? Big up.
Loving the figure chat. What are your most unwanted? What are your most wanted unmade characters? I was going to say, what are your most unwanted? I said that wrong.
How long you got?
I keep going back to this because I don't know whether it's like a dream I had or something, but I feel like at some point back during the Clone Wars that Hasbro showed pictures of a prototype Pong Krell. I don't know if I'm making that up or whether that's just a story that I've figured out in my brain over the years.
I think I remember.
Wasn't it like a 3D render or something?
I can't remember.
Maybe.
What I remember was, because this is a specific thing about, I wanted Pong Krell for the longest time. And I remember Hasbro, it's like someone put a picture up. It was really blurry of them at Toy Fair. And you couldn't see what a thing was. And I took a picture of myself, like looking at my computer really close and saying, "Is that Pong Krell?" And then it turned out it was just but I think it was Dan Curto shared that. Like, oh, everyone's doing this because obviously Toy Fair is going on and we're trying to work out what's what. But I can't remember if they did, but I know people really wanted it. I think Hasbro might have said they might have done it as a mail away. What happened to mail away figures?
No ideas. I just want to be able to buy figures in shops.
Sorry, Hasbro.
I don't want to. Hasbro, don't do that.
You don't mail away for figures anymore. You have to drive around to 1,000,001 different stores to find them.
Yeah.
Like we're about to do.
There's an exclusive here. There's an exclusive to the hot dog stand down the street, and it's like.
To be fair to Hasbro, they're not the only company that's guilty of doing that because I was checking out the some of the Funko reveals as well, and they've just done the Bounty Hunter set where you like buy each of the Bounty Hunters and they all interconnect with the base and stuff, and they just revealed Darth Vader as the last piece of that display. And then when I had a look, I was like, oh, okay, these are cool. And like Boba Fett's available and Entertainer and all this sort of stuff. And I've seen some of them out in the wild, and I was like, well, I've only seen one or two. Where are the others? So I had a look into it and found out that like Boba Fett, Zuckuss, I think it is, and there's a couple of others that are exclusive to the Entertainer. One's exclusive to Pop in a Box, which is only online. One's exclusive to HMV, and it's like, what? But for people that don't have those stores. You know, like some people might have an Entertainer in the town, but not an HMV. It just creates it sucks the fun out of it a little bit.
It does.
If you're going to do something like that, make it exclusive to one place. And if you can't,
I understand the whole. Yeah, I understand the whole reasoning for exclusives. Like, we're living in a world where brick and mortar retail isn't doing as well as it used to. So people need to get. Like the companies need to get people into their stores, so they, the only way they're going to stock their product is by saying we want something that's actually going to bring people in. But so that's kind of the whole purpose of it. At the same time, like
especially in a case like with those Funko Pops I was just talking about with the Bounty Hunters, they're all part of the same series.
One for one thing.
Yeah,
it should be that one place that you go to.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
For me, in terms of exclusives, what's really getting to me at the minute is keeping a track of where the damn exclusives are and aren't. Because at the minute, in terms of the UK, Amazon's getting a lot of exclusives, and they just seem to drop them out of nowhere. And it's like you have to be on the site at the right time. Yeah. The right moment on social media to see when it's going up. And it's usually fan sites posting about this. Yeah. So as soon as you see it at the end of the day from finishing work, you go onto the site, sold out. I'm on a mailing list, I think, at the minute for the what's the yellow trooper, the
mortar artillery one,
mortar artillery trooper. I don't even know if I'm going to get that because obviously I'm on a mailing list because people have bought loads of them because they're going to scalp them. Just like they did with the speeder bike.
Oh, God.
That speeder bike is a joke. The amount of people I've seen on Facebook Marketplace selling them for 90 quid when they bought them for 50. A big middle finger to them because it's not on. It's not fair.
The Artillery Trooper is on Amazon Australia at the moment. Last time I checked, it was on there, but it's also $120. So $80 more than what it should be.
It's about 29, 30 quid here, isn't it?
Here, which is ridiculous because that would have in a normal box. This is the thing that's bugging me. I mean, again, this could be a whole other rant, but Cobb Vanth is a figure that could just have sat in a normal box.
Yeah.
He doesn't come with any additional accessories like the Boba Fett did. Boba Fett makes sense to be a deluxe. Almost. That was pushing it. But in terms of Cobb Vanth, it's literally a helmet, a jetpack, and a blaster. Maybe 2 blasters. That's not deluxe. That's not deluxe scale, Hasbro.
No. I didn't think Wrecker was deluxe. I didn't think Zeb was deluxe. Like, you release Zeb as a deluxe, you charge extra money for it, but then you do a figure that's got less, like Yoda or Chopper.
Yeah.
And you're not paying less for it. You're not making that money back by saving on a smaller figure. So yeah, I don't know. That's just the thing. I think that's just something like a cop on the chin, I think.
By definition, a deluxe figure to me is a trooper and a speeder bike.
Yeah,
it's a Luke and a land speeder. It's a Wampa and Luke. That's a deluxe figure.
A deluxe. Yeah.
There's nothing, like you said. There's nothing deluxe about Cobb Vanth.
No,
it comes with what he should come with.
Yeah.
The box figure, okay.
But it didn't need to be
bigger. Isn't?
Yeah, the box didn't need to be bigger. I want to see how.
The thing I don't understand is I don't understand how a figure like Cobb Vanth can be a deluxe, but then you've got a figure like the Clone Wars Jet Trooper that's due to come out from Battlefront, which comes with a jetpack, which comes with a blaster, which if Hasbro didn't glue the head on to the helmet onto the head, would have a removable helmet, and that's a regular price figure. Or to me, a deluxe figure, for example, is the Gaming Greats Cal Kestis. I'll go that far because the amount
that's what I think.
Okay.
If it comes with a load of accessories like creatures are a thing Hasbro definitely needs to do, including figures.
The Mando and the Child, that's a deluxe.
That's
figure.
it. Yeah. How come Rampart isn't a deluxe then? By Hasbro. Like, that figure's also incorrect, but
Yeah, they probably realized that not many people were going to buy that one anyway. But
that's the thing. I think it's cheeky them because they know that a character like Cobb Vanth, people do want. Even though in a live stream, when you told me this, I didn't know this. They said, "Oh, we didn't know if a character like Cobb Vanth would sell."
Yeah, no, they said they said apparently the reasoning was someone questioned them in one of the Q&As about why a franchise like Marvel has just aired all the episodes of What If, and there are already all the characters from that series out on shelves in stores. So how come you can get all the Marvel figures out on shelves pretty much directly after the episode airs, but yet for a figure like Cobb Vanth, which by the time it comes out in July, it'll have been nearly 2 years since he first appeared on screen. And the answer from Hasbro's part was essentially, I don't know word for word because I didn't watch it, but essentially what the answer accumulated to was, we don't want to commit to producing characters like that until we know the fans like the characters.
It makes no sense.
But then apply that logic to every franchise. Apply that logic to Marvel. People might not like Stomper, but there it is on shelf. Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand. It's such a backwards logic.
It's like with Marvel Legends. You get really weird characters that I've never heard of, and they still produce them. Like I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like Aim Soldier, or not really a good example because it's a troop builder, but like there's some really weird Marvel Legends series that I've never heard of that character in my entire life.
Yeah,
but people, it's still on the shelf there. It should be the same.
If I was Hasbro in this situation, I'd be saying, look, Lucasfilm doesn't give us as much as Marvel does in terms of, jumping ahead and saying this is what's coming. I'd be saying, Lucasfilm have a certain level of secrecy, whereas Marvel are willing to sort of push that little bit more of information out to us so we can produce toys for the shows that are coming out. Whereas it seems to me like we've always heard, 18 months turnaround from concept to shelf for Black Series figures, 18 months. So these, like Cobb Vanth, he's coming out 18 months after the show. So they're basically seeing it when we're seeing it, assuming this is the way that it's going. But, I feel like by even just saying that, we don't want to commit until people have, seen and liked it, it's like you're shooting yourself in the foot by saying, we're waiting on the back foot to sort of see what people are going to think about it, rather than just going, well, obviously as a dude in Boba Fett's armor, it's going to be freaking cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's you know, it's a figure of Timothy Oliphant, who is a very, very handsome man. So like, people are going to buy it.
It's just daft, because back in the day when we had Revenge of the Sith, all these new films coming out, and we used to get some really ridiculous releases, like the Polymasan medical person, medical droids, like senators. It's like, oh, that's weird, that's cool. They're like scene fillers more than anything. We got them. Now it's like, oh no, don't dare release this main character. Oh, I have to make sure.
Yeah,
like, what?
It's mad. I mean, I know there's always going to be that argument there for such as, well, we created figures that were demanded, like Wilbur Hood and Yana Dalgargan, and look how they turned out at retail. They didn't really sell. Okay, well, yeah, point taken, but you took that chance then. Why aren't you taking it now?
Yeah.
Someone said, we were speaking, we've got a mutual Instagram friend, haven't we? Shout out to James Deakin over on Instagram. But we usually have a little chat with him, don't we, about all the stuff that comes out and gets revealed and all that sort of stuff. And he wasn't. It was when the Clone Wars figures from the Tarkovsky series got released. He had a few words to say about that.
Yeah.
And he said, "Why do we not just have someone like Steve Evans in charge at Hasbro, who gets the brand, you know, who gets the brand?" And I said, "Yes, Steve was fantastic. He was, you know, he had his finger on the pulse. But going even further back to that, we need someone like Daryl DePriest."
100%. Yeah.
Like he was the collection era.
Daryl DePriest, like he was a collector himself. Like he was as passionate about this as us lot, like, and everyone here watching. Like, and he got it, and he fought for, you know, he fought hard against like Hasbro executives to get figures like you know, Hermie Odell and Effant Mon and some of those big chunky figures that Hasbro were like, you know, are you sure this is a good idea? Like, we don't want to make something in this much plastic and weight. And he said, no, it has to happen. I'm going to make it happen. And he did. Yeah. And there just doesn't seem to be that sort of effort anymore.
And for the record, Hermie Odell was a fantastic idea. What a figure. What an underrated figure. What an underrated figure. I'm looking at him now. I'm so like, good. Yeah. That's it. That's the next Star Wars movie, I want to see. Hermie Odell, a Star Wars story. Bring it on. I want it.
Limited series. The Adventures of Hermie Odell and Effant Mon.
Bring it on. I'm down for it.
It'll be like a buddy cop movie.
Yes. A very
you can have Chris Rock and Kevin Hart do the voices.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
I'll be on for that.
Only on Disney Plus.
This is an official pitch. Disney Plus Day comes around next year. We are so excited to bring to you the next installment in the Star Wars saga. The beloved characters are making a return. It's Hermie Odell and Effant Mon.
What about Yana Dalgargan, though?
Yana Dalgargan can be the...
Yeah, just throw in a cameo there.
Yeah, she can be Hermie's wife.
Yeah, I think that figure's still swinging on pegs somewhere.
Oh yeah,
somewhere has to be.
Sure. We'll probably find it.
If we find it, I'll make it.
Yeah, if we find it,
we'll buy
it. There you go.
There she is.
There it is.
Anaconda Far, that's a good one.
That's a very good shout.
Dulce Satine.
Yeah.
Savage Press in Black series, yes, please.
Savage Press would be an easy one for Hasbro.
You know what they do, don't you? You know what they do? They just recycle the Knight Brothers body.
Call him like Savage Press pre-magic and transformation.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they'll do. You can picture it. It's like you said, though, it does, like the reuse and the repaint and all that sort of stuff, it does work in certain aspects. I mean, someone, I didn't realise that someone had pointed out, it was Mike Case pointed out on Instagram the other day that the Aura Singh figure uses the body of Admiral Holder. I didn't know that. That's mad.
Well, yeah, I didn't know that until someone dropped the comment in my review.
A lot of them just use parts. Like aside Ventress, I think she's
uses
Dark Ray. Yeah. It works.
It does work.
It does work at times, but then there's sometimes where it really does not. It just shouldn't have even been considered. But it's where we're at.
Yeah. So straight out of Coruscant here, just a little shout out to him. He's going to be joining me next week for a live stream. So looking forward to having a chat with him. Reasonably new to the community, so yeah, everyone go and give him a subscription to his YouTube channel. Please do.
I like the name.
So yeah, word is that Toys R Us is coming back to the UK.
Oh yeah. I think they're starting out online to begin with.
Okay, yeah.
But then eventually, they are looking at. I think at the moment it is sort of limited in terms of the physical stores that they're going to be setting up. But hopefully, we get like a full scale return.
It'll be good to see that.
Yeah,
because when Toys R Us closed, that was such
a bullet, wasn't it? Because, I mean, the Toys R Us, it went through a bit of a drought, didn't it? But then when I think following the Disney buyout, though, when the films started coming out again and all that sort of stuff, they started to pick up their game. And then they sort of disappeared just as it was getting going. Yeah. Like I think they closed here in the UK just before Solo came out.
I really do.
So close.
I really do think there's been a boom in collecting, which has been really nice to see. So I think Toys R Us just missed it where it was getting to the point where it's just hit the sort of popular spectrum, because we're now seeing it in HMV, which never. I always thought HMV would be the perfect place as a shop that sells film and media to sell merchandise of figures and like the sorts of that. So the fact that they're finally doing it, they're finally giving the head a wobble and doing that is great to see.
I'm loving HMV selection as well, because it feels like we've got a GameStop in the UK now. It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah. It's
actually getting all the weird and wonderful stuff.
It's nice to see like a boom in terms of retailers actually saying, hold on, figures, there is a popular demand for figures. It might not be so much with the kids, but adult collectors as well. And it's just keeping it alive, and that's nice to see.
Yeah, 100%.
I just want a big thanks to, I hope I pronounce it right, Kieran or Karen, for joining as a member. That's awesome.
Woo! I haven't got any champagne. Yeah.
So thank you very much. I'll make sure.
I drank all the orange juice. Sorry.
We'll raise a glass to Kieran.
To Kieran.
And to Jesse for gaining another member.
To Jesse for gaining another member.
I was in double figures, but I got 11 now.
Hey. You boy.
And I just blocked someone called Betty Swallocks for putting a stupid comment up. So.
Oh, what was it?
I referred to you as being Hermiodal.
Mate, loser.
I don't know, mate. I think you could carry off a brown road with a force pike.
I'll be all right with that. If I get in a Star Wars film and I'm Hermione, I'll be sound. Put me as anything. I want to be in a Star Wars film if I can. Lucasfilm, I'm your boy. I'm your boy.
It wouldn't be a live stream without a crappy comment from someone.
Exactly.
That's it. You've got to have him.
There's always one loser, and that's fine because I get to shout, loser.
HMV giving me 90s flashbacks. We must have had them here in Australia. I don't recall. I mean, I was around in the 90s, but
it makes me laugh
down here in Australia as well. So
for like the past 5 years, every time I walk past my HMV around Christmas time, they've got a massive thing in the window saying, "Oh, we've gone into liquidation."
We've lost them. We'll try and get them back. A bit of a connection has dropped out. So yeah, we'll try and get those guys back. I'll just scroll back through the comments because I feel like I've probably missed some questions. So I do apologize, guys, if sort of just been trying to keep up with everything. So yeah, if I've missed a couple of comments and questions, I did highlight this one. We just didn't get to it.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. My screen, you just disappeared, and then we were on Instagram, and it was very strange.
We're back.
There we are. We're back.
So yeah, I was just scrolling back through the chat for a minute here, just trying to find a question to answer, and I did miss this one. Anyone catch the Boba Fett doco on Disney Plus yet?
Yes, I watched it yesterday.
Yeah,
really good.
It's good.
Really good. I got quite a little bit emotional when Maureen Bullock was on.
That was
talking about Jeremy. I was like, oh, that was really nice.
Yeah, we had a HMV here for about 5 minutes, about 4 minutes longer than the Virgin Megastore. I remember the Virgin Megastore. That was rubbish. They did not last long.
Yeah, we had one of them as well. It makes me really jealous, Jesse, when I hear you talking about Big W.
Oh, it's
because
up and down.
Is Big W in Australia the same as it was in the UK? It was just like a massive Woolworths.
So we have Woolworths as well, which is just a supermarket.
Oh, that's
and Big W is like basically like your I don't know what the word is. Big shop. I don't know. Yeah. I'm trying to think of the word. Like it's
like a bigger version of it, sort of thing.
Like a Walmart or a Kmart or something like I can't even think of the word. I'm completely blanking on it. But yeah, so we've got Woolworths, which is one of our big supermarkets, and Big W are a subsidiary of them, which is it's almost like a Walmart just without the feral people.
Yeah,
but again, it depends on demographic and where the store is.
Big W was a good old store. I miss that. I remember getting my Anakin and Sebulba's pod racer from Big W back in 2000.
There's so many nostalgias with that shop.
I know, Woolworths. Oh man, bring them back.
Oh, there we go. Like he says, Woolworths is like Sainsbury's.
See, it never was when it was here, was it? It was weird. They just sold sort of homewares, toys, clothes, sweets. They had an immense pick and mix section. DVDs. It wasn't a supermarket, was it?
It was just all sorts.
Big W was not a supermarket as such because they didn't have food aisles, but it was like a massive version of. I'm trying to think of something that's around now that it's similar to.
The department store was what I was thinking of before.
Yeah, it's sort of like that, but I don't know. It was weird, wasn't it?
Where?
Did see Red Leader 1. He's here as well. Another long-time YouTuber. Hope you're doing well, Malcolm. Just asking if I found anything at Kmart yet. So Kmart down here, which is another department store, they have been so hot and cold with their Star Wars toys. Like they haven't had anything for probably 2 years, and now all of a sudden they're starting to show up with the brand new wave with like Cosca Reeves and Aura Singh and Tech. And they're just showing up with these waves, which before like all the other retailers are getting them, so it's kind of weird. But in answer to your question, no, I haven't yet, but I'm keeping an eye on my couple of local ones. So I just need to get Cosca Reeves and the Q90 droid from Mando. That's the ones I'm hunting for now.
That's what I'm on the lookout for today.
I'm trying
Q9.
I'm trying not to.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. I appreciate that.
Cheers, mate.
I can't believe we already hit an hour.
I know, that went fast, didn't it?
Flipping like an hour.
I think like 55 minutes of that was dedicated to your two rants.
Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. I'll shut up next
In a good way. I liked it.
5 weeks into Bring Home the Bounty here in Oz and still nothing new at stores, whereas all the TVC and TBS latest figures. Anywhere got thoughts? It's interesting considering Big W here are really advertising. Like they've got a banner on their website with the Bring Home the Bounty logo. And it was kind of a case of, well, that obviously means you guys are going to have some of the stuff. But I've been into Big W a bunch of times over the last couple of weeks and nothing, just still the sort of same vintage collection figures that have been sitting around for a few weeks now. And
that's the only thing I don't really like about this whole Bring Home the Bounty thing. I mean, it's a great concept, but I just feel like instead of saying Bring Home the Bounty and this week we're going to reveal this will be up for pre-order in the new year.
Yeah.
It should be, this is what's getting revealed this week. Head out later this week and you'll find it on shelves.
It's like it should be season for Christmas. Like there's nothing at the minute that seems to be out for Christmas.
I feel like at this point, we would be lucky to get an empty box with a certificate in it.
Yeah.
I'm not a massive.
Do that.
I'm not a massive fan, I'll admit, of the whole reveal thing, but the reveals are for pre-orders. I'd much rather there be reveals for things that are coming out in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, as if
week
there
one,
was some like brand unity or something between Hasbro and Lucasfilm, and they're actually going, all right, so Book of Boba Fett's in December. We're going to have a Boba Fett figure on the shelf that you can go and buy when the show comes out. Not 18 months later.
Yeah. Or like I said, if they're doing it weekly, do 1 week where they say, okay, today we're going to reveal the Ahsoka and the Death Watch Mando. Look out for these in stores later this week. You know, that sort of thing, rather than you will be able to pre-order this in the new year. That's what baffles me, is the fact that you'll be able to pre-order it. They've revealed it, but you can't pre-order it until the new year, and then you won't get it until even further than that.
Yeah.
It's
like that Werner Herzog figure that I really want. I want me Werner Herzog. And it's like they reveal it, and you've got to wait. Come on now.
Well, we all know toy collecting is a dangerous. No, it's complicated profession. Nearly misquoted. I was watching. What was that? I forgot his mate's name. Ben Schwartz and I can't remember his name. So
Bill Hader.
No. Oh God, I forgot his name. But they've done a comedy special on Netflix. And it's an improv comedy special.
Oh man!
And there's one bit in it when the other guy that's not Ben Schwartz, I'm completely blanking on his name. He said something and he starts doing a German accent and he says, "Oh dear, I was going a little Werner Herzog there." Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. And I was like, yes, shout out to that. I'll try. I'm gonna remember his name as soon as we come off this. But it's worth checking out. Ben Schwartz and someone else on Netflix. It's mint. It's so good.
I'll have to check it out. How much money have you all spent on your collection? My answer is at least three or four times as much as I told my wife I have.
My estimate is about probably 3 to 4 times more than I earn a year.
Yep.
Let's not.
Yeah. Let's just have a quick. Hang on.
Oh boy.
Enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hi there.
Hello there.
Too bloody much. The most expensive part of this collection was my life-size DANIELEAST1000 replica, which is absolutely class. I can't believe it sounds just like him.
Hot Toys nailed it. Hot Toys absolutely nailed it. You wouldn't get paint-ups that good from Hasbro.
Hey.
Going to Tesco's and getting beers.
Your boy.
Big W is like John Lewis. I don't know.
John Lewis is gone as well now.
John Lewis has on it.
Yeah. They got
Kmart is no more in the US. Yeah, they're about five years gone now. College fund.
Yeah.
Jake says, I have fond memories of buying 30th anniversary collection figures for £5 in Woolworths.
Me too.
Oh, Jake, my boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember going into a Woolworths supermarket here like in 2010, I reckon. And it was just a supermarket. I was like literally popping in. I'll just pop past the little toy aisle they have. And I found like the Obi-Wan and Clone Trooper armor from the Legacy collection. It was like, this is already like 4 years old and it's still hanging out in this supermarket. I'm like, mine. I'm grabbing it.
My greatest supermarket find memory is from 30th anniversary collection and walking into Asda and not having any idea that the 30th anniversary collection was going to be a thing, because this was at a time when the internet wasn't quite what it is now. This predates my YouTube videos, so that's going back some.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, I remember a time when I'd walk into a shop and find a new selection of Star Wars figures and not even have a clue that it was coming out.
Yeah.
And I walked into Asda and found the 30th anniversary collection. I was like, holy crap, I didn't know they were making these. What have they got? Oh my God, they've got a Galactic Marine. I'm going to have one of those. Oh my God, they've got an Airborne Trooper. I'm going to have one of those. Oh my God, they've got whatever else. Mustafar Lava Miner.
Mustafar Lava. That was one of my firsts, I think.
Mustafar Lava Miner. But no, we should hold off because we're not sure whether the fans will like these characters. Oh man, it gets me. It gets me.
I had a similar thing like that when I first started collecting out. So, being me, first into Star Wars, going 30th anniversary collection, I'm getting them, and I go into a town nearby me that has a Woolworths. Walk down the aisle, and it's full of like figures. So I'm flicking through them. I don't have a clue what these characters are. Oh, who's Darth Revan? Who's Darth Malak? You've only got £5 to spend, Dan. Okay, I'll get Darth Malik. I go home and then I find out, oh, I should have got Darth Revan as well. Because the two people, and then for years I didn't have a Darth Revan because I couldn't find one.
Don't even get me started on the regret and the oh man.
There's so many regrets with that line.
Some painful history.
I remember picking Darth Revan and Malak up from Forbidden Planet, paying a little bit over the odds for him, and thinking, yes, I've got him, and I kept him on the card. And then I remember a few weeks after going into Toys R Us and finding him in there for retail, which was at the time like $5.99, and thinking, I need these open as well. Grab them, open them up, get them in the collection. They're still on the shelf, but the carded ones, oh man, the majority of my carded collection, including Revan and Malik, which is just absolutely, it kills me. I didn't realise the dangers of dust and sunlight, and I didn't realise that protective cases had advantages. And I've got a Revan, I've got a Malak, I've got an Ultimate Galactic Republic Commando Scorch that are all just battered. They've got the dust is practically ingrained into the bubbles are yellowed, the cards are bent, and I'm just like, oh my god, why did I let this happen? But when it was happening gradually over time, you just don't realise.
You don't notice, do you? I mean, I've probably got stuff in storage as well that I'm scared to look at.
Just unbelievable. I was so good. Thanks for bringing up that really traumatic memory.
Yeah, sorry.
Curran saying here again. Let me know if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Saying SITHLORD229 inspired me to start collecting. I remember watching Daniel years back. Jesse, glad to see a fellow Aussie sharing the love. Good on you, sir. Thank you very much. You know, these two guys here are, you know, part of the reason, most of the reason why I started my own YouTube channel. You know,
sorry.
I wouldn't change it. Wouldn't change it. It's been the best thing ever. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. I think you guys have sent a lot of people broke over the years.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's all good. I think it's so good. They were the days of collecting. Yeah, it's been. Well, there was a question up here before, which I scrolled past. You guys looking forward to the Book of Boba Fett?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah!
7 weeks.
Yeah.
It's the Fettmeister. The trailer, I must admit, the trailer left me sort of I'll not say wanting more, but I was like, okay.
I think it's doing what Mandalorian Season 2 trailer did.
It's whetting that appetite, isn't it?
Because that footage is definitely from like the first 2 episodes.
I think the thing that really got me for it was that when someone said, this is basically going to be The Sopranos in space, and I was like, just bring it on. I'm just ready for Boba Fett, man. I can't wait. Like, we didn't get enough of him in Mando, so the fact that he's getting in it, I think they said it best in that documentary. To think that like 40 years ago, no one thought that they'd be talking about Boba Fett when he was invented, and now it's like
he's just an icon.
Yeah,
an absolute icon.
Oh, here we go. Since we're sharing with the group. Dan, he's got Slave 1. I've got Slave 1 too, but he's got Boba's. That's mint.
I would like the Slave 1.
I'm just going over your head, Dan. Oh, hello.
We just got at work. We just got the. Is that the gigantic pop head? The Boba Fett pop, recent one. Yeah, we just got a couple of those in at work. They look
so good.
Cool. I'm just like, oh no, I don't need it in my Boba Fett collection. I was like, I'll stick with the little ones when they come out.
You need the big one.
You need the big one.
You need the big one.
Bigger equals better, so they say.
It is very, very good. I'm a fan.
The 2008 Clone Wars line is nostalgic for me. I remember going to my local Walmart, and the first 2 figures I got was Phase 1, 212th, and Magna Guard.
Yeah, that line has got a lot of nostalgia for me as well. I think that's really the fact that was released in 2008. That's really got like some major feels attached to it, because obviously 2008 is when I first started YouTube.
Mostly it's just feelings of I'm old.
Yeah, that as well. But yeah, those cards were just so good. I really need to jump back and get some, like go back and just rebuy some of those figures just to get all the different card samples in the collection.
I've been saying it for years that 3 3/4 Clone Wars line was just some of the most fun to collect because they were out there, they were readily available, they were good to hunt for.
And they were so good as well.
Yeah, just great quality figures too. Just
yeah.
I'm just looking at one now, and I'm just like, yeah, there's just some figures there that they wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole these days. That are just.
No. Can you imagine a black Series 6-inch Worm Loathsome?
Oh man, yeah,
it would have been perfect with the teacups with Obi-Wan that just came out.
Yeah. Oh man. You are
troubling me for a beverage.
That'd be so good. Serapas. What a figure.
Embo.
Yes.
Embo, I mean, it was a bit later, but yeah. Boy.
Serapas, I'm just trying to have a think.
Yeah.
Night Sisters. Do a 6-inch Cultesca. Bring that on.
Cultesca, yes.
6-inch scale, that'd be mint.
Cultesca.
It'd be about 12 inches.
Remember that figure just clogging pegs for ages.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? But now it's really expensive.
That was a Toys R Us exclusive down here.
Yeah, same.
Back in the day.
Cultesca.
Ganact,
yeah. Ron Perlman's character.
It was.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Someone told me about that recently. I completely didn't know that.
I had to get Ganact.
Embo.
I had to pick him up from Tungore. Good old Tungore, because that droid, I can't remember the name of the battle pack, but that battle pack that Ganact came in, it's like 300 quid now.
Attack on the Vulture's Claw, I still remember that one.
Yeah. Crazy prices.
Wow, didn't realise it was that much.
Big multi-packs with the core displays.
Oh, I had that.
They were so cool.
That came out in Smith's. The Clone Wars one, because I got it. The ATTA, because that's still
the big box set.
The ATTA, the AT-AP came with an AT-AP, a droid tank, some clones, and some battle droids, Anakin, and it was like in this massive box, and it was so bloody cheap.
It was like a battle scene as well.
Yeah, I wish I'd kept that in box now.
I wish they did more stuff like that, where it's like multi packs that were like displayed in a box, like. The Endor, I think it was San Diego Endor that did that.
Malcolm with the throwback.
Jedi Master.
Yes.
Oh.
Now he drops a video like every 4 years, and it's
I love it. I'm here for it.
He's like Mariah Carey when it's time for Christmas.
Yeah.
Crawls out from the cave and drops a video. No,
to be fair, he was the whole reason I got into this as well. To be fair,
yeah, well,
shout out to Steve. You know, I wouldn't be sat here in a room full of plastic if it wasn't for him.
Big inspiration, yeah,
for real.
I just had a thought, but it's yeah. No, I remember. So recently, within the last 6 months, I went back and I was re-listening to a bunch of the old Boring Conversation Anyway episodes, and talking about multi-packs when they went from 4 packs, like 4 figures in a pack, to 3 figures in a pack.
Yeah,
and you guys were just joking about them becoming you're not calling them battle packs anymore, you're calling them heated discussion packs. And I just remember that. That was so funny.
Man. Oh, I used to have a blast doing them.
Oh, those are good times.
They were good times. I'll have to get in touch with Stephen Witt, and we'll have to have a reunion at some point. Needs to happen. Needs to happen.
Well, Loathsome is imaginative. My love of Star Wars is what inspired me to collect. Finding all you YouTubers love of the same thing is an inspiration. Thanks.
That's it.
Again, apologies for your wallet. About 6 months ago, I discovered Toy Mates scored a few cheap Black Series figures, and 2 months later, they were closed. Oh, damn.
Oh,
no. You can't say Slave 1, guys. You should know better. What about that line? What about that line in Phantom Menace when Padme says, "Oh, you're a slave"? He's like, "I'm a slave."
A doctor for that.
Yeah, and Padme goes, "Oh, you're a slave," and Anakin goes, "I'm a fire spray, and my name is Anakin."
I love that. I'm Boba Fett's starship, and my name is Anakin.
Who's ready for Obi-Wan and Vader rematch?
Sign me up.
Yes.
Is it going to be an actual rematch?
I don't think it is.
Are they going to meet, or is it going to be some sort of like nightmare fuel for Obi-Wan? Is Obi-Wan going to be having Vietnam flashbacks in the desert?
I think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be a literal fight.
Because I know they're lettering all these different, like in the concept art, we're seeing like different worlds and different planets and stuff. But I don't know if it's just me, but I was just, is Obi-Wan going to be going off-world?
I think he will.
Do you reckon?
Because
I can't imagine him leaving Tatooine.
My feeling is, if he's on Tatooine and Anakin's like chasing him, not Anakin, Vader's chasing him through the Force, he'd obviously want to keep away from Tatooine to stop him from finding where Luke is. I don't know if it's going to be a story about Obi-Wan overcoming his like connection with the Force, and acceptance of story.
It'll be something will happen that really reinforces Obi-Wan's mission to watch over Luke.
Yeah.
And maybe get
a very good point of mentioning that, didn't you? Like the whole story is going to be about Obi-Wan's like mission to keep Luke safe.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of get the thing that he's not good, like between the Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope, that he doesn't leave Tatooine. I just can't picture it. But at the same time, I'm not going to be, because again, I don't get all this debate that's going on at the minute that says, well, if Vader and Obi-Wan meet in this series, then that retcons A New Hope. No, it doesn't, because there's no specific dialogue that says when they last met, so it's fine.
Yeah.
If they meet again, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm very, very open to it. Like, there's nothing that says, 20 years ago on Mustafar was the last time they met. Like,
Also, doesn't Obi-Wan say my powers have doubled since we last met? Is that?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh
my god, I'm fake fan.
You're not a true fan.
Get out, you loser. Get out. I'm trying to think.
What about the Imperial shipyard guy? I think his name was Steve.
Oh, I don't know. There were so many of them. I remember Imperial shipyards there. They were the days as well. I was on there. Fun times.
I'm hoping for an Asharad Het side plot, but I'm not holding my breath.
Oh, that'd be. I'd be down for that.
That would be cool. I actually caught up with the chat. That's awesome.
They could just do a series based on the Outlander comic. Was it Outlander? The story with Ki-Adi-Mundi and Asharad Het and all that sort of stuff. That'd make for a bloody.
And Ki-Adi-Mundi wore a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
To protect him from the sun.
Yeah, and the little breathing apparatus and stuff.
Bless him.
Bring on the gunship. Outlander.
I knew it was Outlander. Loved them.
I think we're all just pumped to see Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen back. Like,
can't wait.
Just like
that concept art of Vader sat in that throne, like watching a hologram. I'm like, yes, just give Darth Vader a big chair. This is going to be so good. We're probably going to be going back to Vader's castle that we saw in Rogue One as well.
I hope so. I love Vader's castle.
Absolutely, makes sense. But that being said, I think we'll wrap up. We want to let you guys get on your hunt.
Yeah, we need to get on the road.
Yeah, we've
nearly been an hour and a half. So yeah, we'll let you guys get going and
good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having us on, Jesse. It's been an absolute pleasure as always.
Pleasure.
Thank you guys. Been an absolute blast. So thank you very much for coming on. We'll definitely do it again. We'll get the crew together and we'll, even when you guys aren't together, we'll tee something up and we'll
for sure
have a gas bag about toys again.
This has got to be a regular thing again
it
now,
hasn't it?
Now that like the COVID restrictions have disappeared, we can start doing this again more often, I think.
For sure. I mean, we were talking about doing cons, other thingy hunts. There's loads of. I mean, I need to take you to Star Wars Man in Manchester if we're going to brave it.
Yeah.
If we're going to brave it.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
The reviews.
Yeah.
So yeah, go on. What are you guys doing? Are you guys going to be doing some videos, some streaming while you're out? Are you going to do anything like that?
I think I'll probably blast a few live streams up on Instagram. We'll just do a little bit of live stuff while we're out and about.
Yeah.
You're putting a little. I think you're putting a video.
I'm putting a thing together. I don't know what it's going to be. It's just I just got my camera.
You've just been documenting the day, haven't you?
Documenting the
day. So you're putting an actual video, like a pre-recorded video together, aren't you?
Yeah.
Obviously, there'll be Instagram posts and stuff about what we pick up because we're hitting a couple of places. We're hitting the Vintage Toy Exchange in Matlock, which is like this massive second-hand toy shop which buy and sell toys, and they've got a decent Star Wars selection. And they've just opened up a new premises over across the road. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. Hopefully, picking up some older bits and pieces. And then we're off to Derby.
Off to Derby
to visit Toy Planet, they've pretty much got like the latest Black Series and vintage collection stuff. But they've also got a small section of older stuff as well. So. Awesome. And then we'll probably hit a couple of Smiths and stuff on the way. And yeah, going to be pretty good.
Awesome. Well, everyone watching, jump on over to these guys' Instagram and YouTube if you haven't subscribed to them. I'm sure you already have, but yeah, if you haven't, do so. And look forward to seeing any hunt videos and hauls and stuff like that when you're done.
Things are coming.
They're on the way.
Things will be on the way,
unless we find nothing at all, in which case,
yeah.
Oh well.
Hey, it's a trick out to see what there is. If you don't know what you might find.
What he said.
Yeah.
Well, I said, yeah.
It's all them shots from the rants.
It's been a while, mate. It's been a while. I've needed it.
Oh, thanks everyone for coming and hanging out and watching tonight. This has been a blast. Been hanging out all week. And had an absolute blast with these gentlemen. So yeah, give them some love. And we'll see you very, very soon. Well, it'll be next week when I have Straight Out of Coruscant. So go find his channel too and subscribe to him because looking forward to chatting and getting to know him next week. So stay tuned for that. And I'll put up a poster in the week so you all know what time to come and hang out then. But yeah, thanks for watching. May the Force be with you all.
Always.
Always.